thing we have to do first. On our wheel.
All right, guys, you're joining us now. We're about to start in just a few. Just hang on tight. You guys come on right in.
They have a slight disadvantage. Of every 60 kids that get placed in a house, one kid might have gone to their house and went somewhere else. So, on the grand scheme of things, there's a lot of kids. There's a peg that's all.
We'll start in just a few.
So we're going to do something today. We're going to ask Miss Phoenix Haley to spin the wheel. Whichever house it lands on, that house is going to lose a peg for 8 years. And then 24 years from now, Amistad's going to have to lose a peg again.
So right now, you're just experiencing some of our in-house keeping things right now. We are to correct the wheel. We noticed this summer that Amistad had one less peg than the other houses. And so right now, we're sort of trying to correct that. Phoenix Haley, who is this house leader for Amistad, is going to spin to see which house loses a peg for the next 8 years.
So, Kirk, you know, you can hear the excitement back behind us. We're going to try. We just recently heard from the house leaders as they did their beginning of the year house speeches, and they were quite phenomenal.
They were. I have to say that Niles Boyd really brought it home for the Black House. He got up there, he delivered that speech with such confidence and poise. He had the entire school on their feet. We're expecting big things from our Turismo. Again, we had to correct the wheel. We noticed that Amistad had one less peg than the other houses for the past 8 years.
So now Isabendi will lose that same peg for the next 8 years, and we are just a few minutes away from starting the actual wheel spin with our 5th graders. So going back to these speeches that we heard from, Isabendi's was actually, speaking of Isabendi, who just lost his peg, their speech was very different. They had, Emmanuel and Mackenzie did a phenomenal rap. It was something unique. I love it, because that means that house is going to be something to keep our eye on, because they're bringing it to the game. They're bringing it.
We've got a lot of strong leaders. Phoenix brought her speech as well. Caitlin, for Laverne, I mean, we are so impressed. Sorry, there's a lot going on right now. It's hard to hear. It's hard to see what's happening. But please, in just a few, the first student's going to go down up to that wheel and spin the wheel. I'm excited about that, Hope.
Here we go, Damien! So Damien is up next! For Damien! So we're going to... student's going to be up next.
Absolutely.
Well, see, we just heard from Caitlin, and she has big plans for the house. And of course, Mr. Clark is first member of the Revere family. Next, we follow with Jay. House of Homicide.
She is. I think that bloodline is so strong, Hope, that she's going to land in the Black House with her brother, who's a
reverse sign. So they have letters spelled out R-E-V-E-U-R in reverse. Number 4. Issa Bindi, still yet
to grab a student. I don't know. It might not be a good year in terms of picking students for that grant.
It's going to be interesting for the house of Issa Bindi. Faith Siname is now up in the wheel. She is a heavy hitter, so we will see what happens. Check out the house of Roberta. Roberta is not.
Just joining us, we are spinning right now. Ultimismo has 4 students, Issa Bindi has 0, Roberta has 3, Amazon has 2. Issa Bindi is another.
This is Altruismo's year. I have been calling it that it's 5.
5 students in Altruismo. What an incredible year it's going to be.
What do you think is going through Mrs. Bearden's mind right now?
Miss Bearden, our co-founder and executive director, also the teacher hospital for Altruismo, is ecstatic right now. The Black House, what an amazing year.
Our givers, this must be the year for them. I've said it over and over. I am not counting Altruismo out of the game.
Right now, a student just skipped past us. We're not sure what student it is just quite yet. We'll see as soon as we see on that slide what house they landed. The excitement, the energy is electric here. As you can see, the students are having a blast.
So, Kirk, it looks like joining us for today. So I'm sure they're reminiscing about their feet will spin and what that meant to them.
Looks like it's a run house. We'll tell you one student in just a second.
Oh, wow, a big one, a big one. Michaela Raines just landed in the house of Amistad. What is our final count for Amistad? Does that make it 3? We now have 3 in Amistad, 3 in Roberta, 5 in Altruismo, and Issa Bindi is still sitting with a goose egg, Kirk. I don't know what's going to happen to him right now.
Issa Bindi still has 0 for Issa Bindi. 0.
Wow. Here we go with the line. Kirk has it for Altruismo. Where she lands. She spins. She's bold. She has a lot of personality and charisma.
Alana has been saying Altruismo all week during orientation, so we'll see what the house puts in.
She was fierce in competition. She was fierce. So she will be a game changer for one of these
We
houses.
are hoping for Alana to land in the Black House.
Could it be Issa Bindi's first? Could it be Issa Bindi's first student? Wow.
Wow, Alana lands in Amistad.
And we see another student, one that could potentially change the entire house. This girl is strong, and Alana lands in the house of Amistad. That now makes 4 for Amistad, 3 for Roberta, 5 for Altruismo, and Issa Bindi. We need to send them some positive energy and get them a student in their house.
Demetrius Whitaker is up next, and the students are going crazy right now. We've been asking you the entire time which student might be the last to spin. The students are starting to dwindle down now, but Demetrius is up next.
I don't honestly know about Demetrius, Kirk. I think he's pretty versatile. I think he can be used in any house. We'll see what ends up happening. For the entire wheel spin. So the
and Emmanuel are freaking out. They have no students for their house. How can they be a contender with no youth
And Demetrius finally made his way down the slide and into the house of Rever. So the students are lifting him up, giving him his tie for the very first time. They come here without a tie, and now he will have his tie for Rever. He couldn't be happier, smiles all around.
Tyler Armstrong is up next to spin the wheel. I have Tyler going to Amistad. Tyler really wants to go to Amistad. We'll see where he lands.
Could Isabindi just be waiting for that right moment, that right student to give their energy? It looks like, again, they are just short of getting a student. We know Kirk's the
Charisma has 6. We have Tyler Armstrong just landed in the blockhouse.
I'm telling you, Kirk, this could just be your year.
The Savini students are all over there with the sad picture on. They don't know how to act right now because they still have 0.
Oh, we have Makai Allen. Makai the house of Rever. Let's see if his dream will come true during this spin. Let's keep our fingers crossed. And here's the Rever.
I have Makai down for all charisma. We'll see when the wheel puts him. On the top of him.
He's going to be a tremendous athlete. I really want him in the house of Rever. And it's not going to happen. It is not. This is unbelievable. Altruismo has gained yet another student into their house. That makes 7.
Incredible.
7 for Altruismo.
Incredible.
4 for Rever. 4 for Amistad. And Isabindi still waiting on that right spin curve. Still waiting.
Savini still has 0 students. This has not happened in a long time.
We now have Neve going up to the wheel. Neve Williams, so we'll see which house. Could she be the first spin for Isabindi?
I don't know. We've been asking that all morning. The wheel is just not landing in their favor, so there's no telling.
So Neve is on her way up the stairs to the slide, where she will slide out, and the fate of her house will be revealed to her. So could she be Isabindi's first spin? We're about to find out.
I actually have the vague heads for Isabindi, so hopefully they get 1 student. You know, we don't want all the students necessarily be in one house.
Not be happy.
What in the world?
This is record-breaking. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is shocking. Altruismo now has 8 students added to their house.
Wow.
But you know, Mr. Clark even said that he was even pulling a little bit on the side of Altruismo because they are desperately needing that leadership, those big, bold, passionate students.
Absolutely.
So I think that this has been, in just these few short minutes, it has been a game changer for the house of
Game
Altruismo.
changer, absolutely. We have 8 students already for Altruismo. It's incredible. What an extraordinary for the Black House to pull 8 students. We are stoked right now. Stoked. Right now the wheel is spinning. We missed the student that ran up there, but we'll tell you in just a second.
Could it be? Could it be Isabindi's first?
Turismo still has 8, Revere has 4, Isabindi has 0. So again, Summer Peaches just landed in the red house in Amsterdam. Is that the one?
So now we have Juan up. He has 2 legacies at this school. He has Altarismo, David Berkeley, and he has Ryan Marshall in the house of Revere. He might just pull out Revere. I think the spirit is strong there.
It's massive to Revere. His brother is watching down on him right now, and he's got to be in the blue house. But either way it goes, the run will be an incredible force.
Could he be the first Isabindi? Perhaps. This is what Isabindi's been waiting for. He is the first Isabindi. What? And what a student to gain. What a student to gain. That is amazing. 3 family members all in different houses. Now they have representation from Altarismo, Revere, and now finally Isabindi has gained their first thing.
Isabindi, the greenhouse, it's a Zulu word for courage. They have a strong legacy of leadership. The one will make a great student for the greenhouse.
I think this is going to be a turnaround for Isabindi, Kirk. I think we're going to see a turnaround on that wheel.
The Black Mountain Altarismo, they're chanting, this is our year. The energy in here is ridiculous. Bouncing on the wall.
It looks like we have the slide. We'll see what his fate reveals. Could Isabindi get 2 spins in a row?
Let's hope that they will right this up a little bit to get Isabindi to some students. But right now, we don't know.
They mean business. They have balloons. They have bringing their A game this year. And that is now 5 in the house of Revere.
Joseph Milford in the house of Dreamers, the blue house, Revere.
They have him up on their shoulders, surrounded by balloons with confetti. What a welcoming into the house of Revere. Congratulations to Joseph.
This is how you welcome the students to your house. Their excitement, their energy, their love. This is what we do at RCA. The climbing culture building with the house system. It moves.
This is the RCA magic. The building is not the magic. This is the magic of RCA right here.
Absolutely.
Notice they won't even allow to spend so much time.
Like Dante.
I have Dante Pinker on the side.
I've got Dante down for Isabindi. For the little legs.
Isabindi could use another spin, so we'll see what happens.
Amistad has now ran up onto the stairs into the platform and taken over that entire platform. Amistad, ridiculous.
Just short again. Dante goes to the house of Amistad. Another Rubin connection, correct? I'm a minor.
Amistad now has 6 students. Revere has 5. Isabindi has 1 student. And Altarismo has 8 students coming to the Black House.
And here we go with Macy Hodo. It is now her turn to spin the wheel for the very first time and become slide certified. Kirk, that's another point to mention. This is the first time these 5th graders have ever gone down the slide here at RCA.
This is an incredible time for them to really get their first wave, that first rush of energy into how we do things here at RCA. Shooting down that slide is the first order of business.
Here we go. Kirk, they have signs, they have posters, they have balloons. It is out of control in here.
group of students right over here, 5th graders. Still has time to grab the students. Benny is trying to rub their hands all over the students so that they can get some luck, some magic, so that they can finally pick up more than one student to come to the greenhouse. And Isaac?
Yes, it is Isaac. There was a fight to see who could get their energy on Isaac. A lot of houses are wanting Isaac this year.
Isaac is a quirky kid. I've had him pegged for this meet. Isaac really wants this man. He's got that strong math and science foundation. Hopefully, this is when he can pick him up.
Let's see if it's going to happen for him. Isabini could sure use a strong student, and I think Isaac could be that student for them. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen.
Looks like Isaac is going for a run.
We have another strong, heavy hitter in the house of Reverb coming along today. Isaac Smith. That now gives our count to 7 for Reverb, 6 for Amistad, 8 for Altruismo, and 1.
What an amazing thing to happen for the Blue House. Isaac, what an extraordinary kid he is. That's a good pick. We're excited for the Blue House.
Pretty incredible day, Kirk. This energy, I can feel it all the way going through the entire room. It's pretty incredible.
You know, Isaac has shown that he's strong-willed all week. He's put himself out there, and those are the characteristics of the Blue House Reverse. So I think he'll fit in quite well.
I think he'll be a tremendous asset to the Blue House of Reverb. And I think Caitlin has big plans this year. After hearing her speech this morning, I think she's going to do a lot with these 5th graders.
Definitely.
Here we go with Soul. So I am absolutely certain that Soul will land in the house of Isabindi. This might be number 2.
So excellent. I have him down for Amistad. So's got that kind-hearted spirit, everyone's friend. But the will could decide that he needs to go to Isabindi. We'll see in just a few.
Seconds away from finding out which house he will land in. We'll see. This is a close one. This is a close one. And Soul. 2 in a row for the house of Reverb.
Reverb now is tied with Altruismo for 8 students. Amistad has 6. Isabindi still has 1.
Shout out to everyone around the nation that's tuning in right now. I know we have people from California, North Carolina, Alabama. We have a lot of folks with us. So thank you for hanging in there. We know it's loud. We know it's crazy. But I promise you, even though it sounds crazy on there, there's nothing like being here right now in this moment.
If you like what you see, give us some hearts.
Yeah.
Tell us where you're from in the comments. We're going to go back and watch this live broadcast. So we want to see where you're from. Give us your good energy. Give us your good vibes. Give us your hearts. Tell us what you're loving to see right now.
We're trying to find out who this next spinner is. There is a mob of people surrounding them, so we cannot see. Oh, here we go with Danae Pate. Danae Pate is the next spinner of Altruismo. I mean, the next spinner, will spinner. I think she's on to Altruismo, Kirk. But I have to tell you, when I was working for her handshake, she is something fierce. She is small but mighty. Danae is small but mighty.
She is small but mighty. I got it down for Altruismo. Reverse got 8. They couldn't let you get another student. And she is that strong but mighty, like you said, Hope. And we get to have it.
So we have some more people from Missouri, Minnesota, Atlanta, Houston. We're still coming in, Louisiana. We're everywhere, Kirk. RTA people, we love your spirit. Thank you for joining us.
Wow, Danae Pate lands in the red house in Amistad.
It's another Amistad. It's another Amistad.
That now makes 7 for Amistad, 8 for Reverb and Altruismo, still 1 for Isabindi.
Oh, good one. Here we go with Haley. Haley is such a bright, shining star in this 5th grade group. And it is hard to be a bright, shining star because they are all phenomenal students.
There's 39 of them.
There's 39 of them. Where did Haley land? I don't know. Actually have coming down the line. There she goes. She's taking on up those stairs. Mr. Walker grabs them by their hand, grabs them up the stairs so they can stop the wheel and slide down.
Haley gave that wheel a good spin home. She gave that thing. Woo! Oh man. It's gonna be a black house. Let it be a Sabindi.
And another one for the House of Amistad. Haley joins all the friends, joins her leader Phoenix Haley in the House of Amistad.
Join the house of Amistad live program. That is now 8 students for every house except Sabindi, who has 1 student.
Also, make sure that you tap wanting to start the houses or are interested in starting the houses at their school can get an idea of how we are implementing this.
Hunter Goins is up next. He might be the second student for Sabindi.
I can't tell. Who is it, Kirk?
Hunter Goins.
Another strong candidate. We will see. So again, while it's a little quiet, don't forget to share this out for people that are trying to implement the houses. We have schools all over the country and all over the world implementing the very same houses.
And this is how you build that climate and culture. This is how you get your school excited about what you're going on, how you get the parents involved. It really transforms schools.
People always ask me, Kirk, how do you get your students to buy in? This is how you get your students to buy in. You've got to provide that excitement, something different, something unique, something they've never seen before. This is that student buy-in.
Exactly how you do it. Absolutely correct. And Hunter Goins is up next.
Amistad's energy is strong, people. That is another student landing in the House of Amistad. They are bringing it today, Kirk.
Amistad, you know, Hope, they got a lot of students last year. They're leading the pack for all the houses again with 9 students, 9 new 5th graders. Altruismo, Revere, 8. Sabindi still has 1.
They are bringing it. What does that say? Does that say something about Sabindi's energy, or perhaps that they are going to bring it regardless of their number?
You know, Sabindi, they have courage, they have a strong legacy of leadership. No matter where the wheel lands, no matter how many students they get home, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
I'm telling you, if you could just feel the energy in this place, it is absolutely contagious. There is nothing like it. And I don't even know what student this is. I can't tell. We're not quite sure who that student is. We'll report it momentarily as soon as we get their place.
Who is that?
Jericho, and Jericho lands in the House of Revere.
Jericho is in the House of Revere. That makes 9 students for the House of Revere, tying with Amistad. Altruismo 8 again.
And Kirk, there are only 11 students left to spin this wheel. As we're coming down to the top students, who do you think out of the students that are left is going to be that final student to get the honor of spinning the wheel last for the class of 2019?
Hope, I think it's going to be RJ Johnson. He's standing up on that platform, and I can see him being the last student to
I'm going to go against you. I'm going to say that it's going to be Jasmine Stewart.
Wow. That's another strong student that can possibly be the last to spin the wheel. Only time will tell.
These last really excited and anxious to get that wheel. You can just see over there on the riser that they are anxiously awaiting their chance to be able to get over.
the Black House. We had it all along that Jordan would land in the House of Givers. She landed there. She had black on in her picture. She joins a legacy. She could potentially be the house leader to join.
I definitely see her as the next Jordan Steele, no doubt.
No doubt, Hope. We are so excited. The Black House, the Givers, Jordan Barber has joined us.
And here we go with Anita. Anita is now at the wheel, so we will see which house she will land. Kirk, I am absolutely shocked that Issa Bindi still currently has one student in the House of Bindi. This might be it does in fact look like Anita is going to land in the house. No! It's a game changer! She lands in the House of Arkansas! I thought for sure she would be in the House of Issa Bindi.
Amistad now has 10 students to join their house.
Wow.
Verve and Altruismo both have 9. Issa Bindi still has 1 student with only a few left to go.
Wow. So again, students are heading to the wheel for their very first time. And that Jalen Bruner heading to the wheel. Coach Bruner, who coaches basketball here, is actually in the House of Reverb. Is that bloodline going to be strong for Jalen?
I think this could be the house for Issa Bindi. The student for Issa Bindi. Jalen is that quirky kid. He belongs in the greenhouse.
I agree, Kirk.
They need more students. They've only got 1 fifth grader so far. They've got to get Jalen.
And we hear that the crowd is behind Issa Bindi over there. So send Issa Bindi your positive vibes, your energy. Give them some heart. Let's go for the House of Issa Bindi.
Tap that screen if you want Jalen to be in the greenhouse.
And here goes Jalen now, spinning the wheel for the very first time as he heads up the split stairs. And we'll see. I am sending Issa Bindi all of my energy right now.
He gave that wheel a good spin. It'll take a second for it to go down. But this could be the greenhouse. I think it's going to be the greenhouse.
Let's see what we got.
It's going to be the greenhouse.
It is not the House of Reverb. It is number 2. Issa Bindi gains Jalen Bruner. Jalen Bruner finally heard that his 2 students in the House of Reverb.
I called it. I said Jalen belongs in the greenhouse. He spun that wheel and he barely made it in. But Jalen Bruner is in the greenhouse, the Courage House. The Zulu word for courage. Issa Bindi, Jalen Bruner landed in the greenhouse.
Well then, Kirk, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm expecting to see big things out of Jalen Bruner. I want to see him step out of his shell and really show us that courageous side this year.
Absolutely. I think he will do it. That now has 2 for Issa Bindi, 9 for Altruismo and Reverb. Amistad has 10 students.
As you can hear, Issa Bindi is beyond thrilled to finally have their second spin for the day. So, Jalen Bruner's sister actually called Issa Bindi for him today. So obviously, 4-year-olds know what we do.
Amistad has now created a tunnel for this next student to try to give them some red, some friendship, so that they could potentially spin the wheel to land in their house. I don't know if it's going to work or not, Hope.
And here we go with Gregory. Now spinning the wheel is Gregory, our next 5th grader, Gregory Harris.
Gregory Harris, I got him extra. I'd like to see him get another student, but only time will tell. I know I keep saying only time will tell, but the wheel really has a funny way of selecting students. They've only had 2 students so far. Let us be the 3rd.
And it is just short again. He lands in the Amistad house. That is exactly what I had for Gregory. I feel like that fits him perfectly.
Gregory has that loving, that friendship, that honor.
Just short.
Gregory is in the red house.
I love it, Kirk. I'm seeing our teachers come up here and they are pouring sweat. They are pouring. One thing about our teachers is they don't just stand along the walls and watch. They are into action. They are just as passionate, just as excited, and that's another way to students remaining, Kirk. With 7 students remaining. No, we now have Destiny up to the wheel. 7 students. What does this mean for Isabindi with only 2?
Still on the platform, we got RJ Johnson, Aaron Roberts up there. We've got Jasmine. We've got Cameron.
And James.
And James.
Who will be the last student to spin this wheel? I'm still holding out for Jasmine.
I think it's going to be RJ. It's going to be RJ.
All right, we're going to see in just a second where Destiny lands for her house at the Rockstar Academy.
This house system, this first day of school, this is how we started off. We build the buzz, build the energy. This is how you begin the first day of school.
Could it be Revere? Could it be the house of Revere? And she does land in the house of Revere. That gives us 9 in Alturismo and still 2 in the house of Isabindi with 6 students left to spin the wheel during the 2019 wheel ceremony.
Isabindi, I have to tell you, their house leaders are looking sort of defeated right now. There are only 7 students left on the platform, and they haven't had much luck. They haven't had much luck at all. They've only had 2 students. Cameron Hayes is up next to spin the wheel. He could land in Isabindi. These last 7 students could land in Isabindi.
Could it be a constant Isabindi spin? Could it be Isabindi that gains the rest of these students?
I have to tell you, I feel a little bit bad for Isabindi. They've only got 2 students. Their house is already small. It's been a small house historically.
But I will say, Kirk, every year, the final student to spin the wheel has always landed in the house of Isabindi for the past 3 years. So could they get the strongest student in the school?
What an incredible way to look at that.
As you can tell, the energy has not died down in here. It is still wild and crazy in support of these 5th graders and these houses.
It could be the greenhouse, guys. It could be the greenhouse. Cameron Hayes is going to be in the greenhouse. Cameron Hayes.
And that is finally the 3rd student in the house of Isabindi.
I had Cameron Hayes down for Isabindi in our pre-show track. He landed in Isabindi this morning. Isabindi now has 3. We're so excited. They can finally pick up 3 students.
And the biggest thing being, what happens when these students become 8th graders, Kirk? If there's only 3, what does that say for their 8th grade year and how they lead the house of Isabindi?
They have no choice but to lead, but to be powerful, but to be strong, but to lead that house to a championship. The 3 students that they have could potentially do that.
Now we have James Riley III on the wheel. So James, you better give that wheel a spin. I have him in the house of Amistad, but we'll see what the wheel decides today.
James Riley's a teddy bear. He's a sweet kid. He's got that soft personality and fun loving. He's got to land on the house of Amistad. You know what? I got to be honest. I wouldn't be mad if he landed in Mississippi.
Yes, it's another student in the house of Alturismo. I was so did not have.
He now has 10 students. Revere has 11. Amistad has 11. Isabindi has 3 students. James Riley III lands in the Black House in Alturismo.
We are down to 4 students left. 4 students left to spin this wheel, and we have still yet to find out who that final spinner is going to be, Kirk.
Aaron Roberts is making his way up to the wheel right now. Aaron Roberts, which house could he land in, Hope?
I'm calling Revere for Aaron Roberts. I am hoping he lands in the house of Revere.
You know, I worked with Aaron the whole week on his handshake, getting him excited about school, getting him excited about RCA. I think he belongs in the Giving House, in the Black House.
I have to disagree with you here. We have a vote divided because I'm going to pull for the Wolves here. And here he goes. He has spun the wheel. He is R.J. Johnson, and we have Jasmine Stewart. We are going to see which one of those three students will make that final spin.
This is a huge honor. Hope to be the last three students on that platform could really change the game.
Let's find out who it's going to be.
All three possess quite a power. Different qualities, attributes, strengths. We've seen few weaknesses. These three bring it. The house that each goes to will be stronger exponentially.
Yes.
We're about to find out the house of Miss Jasmine Stewart.
Jasmine Stewart, one of the last people standing. She was just called to go and spin the wheel. This is a huge honor to be the last three on that platform.
So now we're down to the final two, Kirk. Who's it going to be? Are you still sticking with R.J., or do you think that Ryan Golden will be the last to spin the wheel?
I think it's going to be RJ. It's got to be. You know, Mr. Clark has been pushing for the entire week. We'll see.
Excitement is at an all-time high right now with these final three students to spin the wheel. Who's it going to be? This is such a strong student.
Strong student. It's not going to be all charisma. Looks like it might be Infinity or Amazon. Jasmine Stewart lands in the red house. She is going to Amazon.
Amistad is a lucky house to game, Jasmine Stewart. A lucky house. And we are down to the final two fifth graders to spin the wheel for the class of 2019.
That now makes.
And Kirk, honestly, they both want the House of Revere. Both students are wanting the House of Revere.
Wow. That now makes 12 for Amistad, 12 for Revere. 3 students have landed in Incidenti, and 10 students in the Black House in Al Turismo. Only 2 students remain on that platform. It hasn't been a great wheel spin this year for Incidenti. They've only had 3 students. Could these last 2 students land in that house?
RJ has got his reverse sign above his head, Kirk. I'll have to tell you, though, I'm a little concerned if he lands in a different house.
I think so as well. His whole family's got reverse shirts. Well, Mom, Dad is pulling for the red house. I don't know.
Let's see who will be the final spinner. This is a very big moment for the class of 2019.
This is huge.
Mr. R.J. Johnson.
So, Ryan Goldstein will be our final spinner for the class of 2019. And in the past, Indy for half the wheel right now, Mr. Brown.
Wow, very strategic move. Mr. Clark picked R.J. Johnson to be the second to last because historically, the last spinner has landed in Incidenti. He doesn't want to take that chance. He really wants R.J. to be in the blue house. Will he land in the blue house?
We know Mr. Clark is a strategic player, so does this have something to do with that final pick?
Wow. Again, R.J. Johnson.
All right, here he goes.
On the wheel. Climbing up the stairs.
To land in the House of Revere. It is something he has dreamed about, thought about, planned. Let's see if it comes true for RJ.
This is a big moment.
This is such a big spin. This is huge.
It could be the Black House. It imagine Mr. Clark really wanted him in that house?
Mama, you can keep that T-shirt because you're gonna need it.
Wow. Maybe we need. Wow.
Wow.
That's willing for the right house.
He planned his spin correctly. Let's see where RJ would have landed had he been the final spinner.
Wow. We've got Ryan up.
Let's see what is said about Ryan Goldston as she is the final spinner for the class of 2019.
This is a huge honor for this student. Right now, we've got Ryan Goldston coming up. She is the last student to spin. We'll see what house she lands in. This is a huge honor for an incoming fifth grader to be the last student to spin this wheel.
So Ryan, tell us, you are the final. This is one of the biggest honors at the Ron Clark Academy, and you are the final spinner for the class of 2019. Tell us what's going through your mind right now.
Well, I'm coming to this amazing school, and me being the last spinner, since it's a huge honor, I'm about to cry because, it's so, because, it's such a huge honor to come to the school, and for me to be the last spinner. I just, I want to be in every single house, but I don't know which house I'm going to be in.
So Ryan, you made your prediction this morning, so tell us before you head to that wheel, or should we let the wheel decide?
Let the wheel decide. I'm going to let the wheel decide.
Let the wheel decide.
All right, Ryan.
I love the emotion in her, Kirk, because it is such a huge honor to be the last fifth grader to spin the wheel. Now let's see if it does in fact land in the house of this.
Ryan is a strong student. Whatever house she lands in, she is going to transform that house, her personality, her giving spirit. I'm excited for whatever house she gets.
I am too. I want the wheel to decide this one because she is going to be such an asset to any house that she lands in.
Tell us your predictions. Write in the comments, what house will Ryan land in? Write in the comments. Please tell us.
So she is making her way up the stairs to make the final spin for the class of 2019, and we will see what house she is going to land
I
in.
mean, she was shaking. This is a huge honor for her.
And there she goes. She's off up the stairs. Everybody, tears are flowing. Excited. Let's see where Ryan lands.
Wow. I think it's going to be the greenhouse.
Is it going to be the house of History repeats itself. History repeats itself. The last spinner does, in fact, spin into the house of Isabel.
Wow. This is a huge moment for Isabindi. The last few years, Isabindi has always gotten the last spin. Ryan Goldston lands in the greenhouse, the Courage house. That makes 4 students for that house.
Incredible.
What an incredible game.
Every year, the final spinner is always landed in the house of Isabindi, and that did not change today.
At all. And I think Mr. Clark strategically picked RJ to be the second to last spinner so that he can land in the greenhouse. Wow.
So, taking a look at these houses, you can hear and sense how thrilled they are to welcome the class of 2019 into their houses.
Wow. This morning has been electric. Lots of surprises, lots of predictions to come true. What an incredible year it's going to be for this class. 2019, we said it at the pre-show, we said it this morning, we're saying it now. 2019 is a powerful class that's going to transform this entire school.
I couldn't agree more. I'm telling you, that is why I don't even know which house to say is the front runner at this point, because this class is going to bring so much to the school. And Ryan alone could be the game changer for the house of Isabindi. They got the strongest spinner in the 5th grade class, the student that spun the wheel last. That might be all they need.
Wow. So just a recap for you guys. Ulturismo landed, got 10 students. Isabindi came out with 4. Revere got 12 students. And Amistad also got 12. Wow, the wheel really knows what it's doing.
What a day for the Ron Clark Academy in the class of 2019. So,
Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to sign off now and continue our first day. We appreciate you joining us for this historical ceremony, and we'll see you all later.
Have a great day.
Goodbye.